You are sitting across from someone you trust. They smile, they nod, they even say they are proud of you. But something deep inside you twists like a knife, turning slowly in your chest. Your soul whispers a truth your mind refuses to hear. This person does not mean it. There is no proof, no argument, no betrayal on the surface. Yet their energy feels hollow, their applause sounds rehearsed, and when you rise, something in their eyes dims just for a moment before they remember to smile. You have felt this, haven't you? That sickening recognition when congratulations taste like poison, when support feels like sabotage wrapped in kindness. You tell yourself you are imagining things, being paranoid, reading too much into innocent gestures. But your body knows what your mind denies. Your stomach churns, your heart races. Some ancient wisdom within you screams, danger. What if I told you this friend is not your enemy? What if I told you they are your most compassionate teacher, perfectly reflecting back to you the very assumptions you hold about your own worth? What if every person who has ever seemed to secretly resent your success was simply consciousness itself, dressed as another, showing you exactly how you see yourself when no one is watching? Tonight, we dive into the mystery Neville Goddard called "The World Is You Pushed Out." We will discover that the friend who secretly hates you is actually you, hating yourself through their eyes. And when you change what you assume about your own divine worth, the whole world shifts to match that inner transformation. Where are you listening from tonight, and what time is it in your part of the world? It brings such joy to have you here, ready to explore these profound truths together. Let's step into the teaching. You know the signs by heart, because you have lived them. The friend who forgets to mention the opportunity that could change your life. The one who gives advice that somehow makes everything worse. The congratulations that arrive 3 days late, hollow and forced, as if squeezed from a reluctant heart. The way conversations shift when you share good news. How their eyes glaze over when you speak of dreams. How they find reasons to be absent when your moment finally comes. You feel crazy for noticing. You question your own perceptions. Are you being paranoid? Overly sensitive? Reading malice into innocent forgetfulness? But your body never lies. Your stomach tightens when they smile. Your energy drains after every conversation. You leave their presence feeling smaller, dimmer, less sure of yourself and your worth. This is the victim's dream, and you are dreaming it perfectly. In this dream, you are at the mercy of others' opinions, dependent on their approval, wounded by their withdrawal. You have made them the author of your story, the judge of your value, the gatekeeper of your joy. And because you have given them this power in your imagination, they wield it exactly as you fear they will. But here is what Neville knew that changes everything. They are not doing this to you. You are doing this to you, through them. Every cold shoulder, every lukewarm response, every moment of feeling unsupported is your own consciousness projected outward, wearing the face of friendship while reflecting back your deepest assumptions about your worth. Consciousness is the only reality, and it is always seeking to express itself. When you assume, even unconsciously, that you are unworthy of genuine celebration, that success makes others jealous, that love and achievement cannot coexist, consciousness finds a way to show you these beliefs made manifest. The friend becomes the perfect mirror, displaying with mathematical precision the exact degree of love and support you believe you deserve. Now comes the moment that shatters everything you thought you knew about relationships. You are not experiencing other people's feelings toward you. You are experiencing your own assumptions about yourself, reflected with perfect accuracy in their behavior toward you. This is the fundamental law of consciousness that Neville discovered. Assumption creates reality. Every assumption you hold about yourself becomes the invisible script that others unconsciously follow when they interact with you. When you assume you are unlovable, others find you difficult to love. When you assume your success threatens friendship, friends become threatened by your success. The subconscious mind takes every assumption as a command. It does not argue with your beliefs about yourself. It simply creates experiences that match them perfectly. If you secretly believe you do not deserve genuine support, your subconscious will attract relationships with people who cannot offer genuine support. If you assume that others must diminish for you to shine, you will find yourself surrounded by those who dim your light. But here is the revelation that changes everything. The moment you change your assumption about yourself, their behavior toward you begins to shift. Not because you have manipulated them, but because you are no longer broadcasting the signal that created their previous response. You are not in relationship with other people. You are in relationship with your own conception of yourself, and others are simply playing the roles that your assumptions have assigned them. This friend who seems to hate you is actually consciousness itself, wearing a familiar face, showing you with surgical precision exactly where you hate yourself. They are your most devoted teacher, reflecting back to you the areas where you have not yet learned to love your own divine nature. Every interaction becomes sacred when you understand this truth. Your relationships transform into a spiritual laboratory where you can observe exactly what you are assuming about yourself and your worth. Watch what happens when you catch yourself thinking, "I am not good enough for their genuine enthusiasm." Notice how quickly that thought becomes their lukewarm response to your good news. Observe how the assumption, "success makes others jealous," creates friends who cannot celebrate your victories without competing. This is where Neville's techniques become your tools of transformation. Begin with revision. Take that conversation that left you feeling unsupported and replay it in your imagination. But this time, revise it from a state of complete self-love. Hear their voice filled with genuine joy for your success. Feel their energy radiating authentic pride in your achievements. Do not do this to manipulate them. Do it to transform the assumption within yourself that created their original cold response. Practice the assumption of the wish fulfilled. Before every interaction with this friend, spend a few moments embodying the feeling of being absolutely adored and celebrated by them. Do not hope for it or wish for it. Assume it as already true. Feel what it would be like to know, beyond any doubt, that this person genuinely delights in your happiness and success. Carry this feeling into your conversation and watch how they unconsciously begin to match this new frequency you are broadcasting. Learn to ignore present appearances while persisting in your new assumption. When their behavior still seems cold or competitive, do not react from the old state of feeling victimized. Instead, recognize that external reality is always reflecting a past state of consciousness, and the new assumption you are now maintaining will soon show up in their transformed behavior toward you. You have done the inner work. You have revised the past conversations, assumed the feeling of being genuinely loved and supported, and maintained this new state with dedication and faith. Yet when you see this friend again, their smile still feels forced. Their congratulations still arrive late. The old patterns appear unchanged, and doubt begins to whisper. What if you are just deluding yourself? What if they really do hate you? This is the most crucial moment in your transformation, the space between assumption and manifestation that Neville called the bridge of incidence. Here, consciousness is performing miracles you cannot yet see. Like a photographer developing images in a dark room, reality is quietly rearranging itself to match your new assumption. But the process requires darkness, patience, and unwavering faith in the unseen. Do not let appearances deceive you. The external world is always reflecting a previous state of consciousness, just as the light from distant stars shows us not where they are now, but where they were years ago. The coldness you still perceive in your friend is the echo of your old assumption about yourself, still playing out, while your new assumption takes root in the invisible realm of imagination. This is where you must become like God, calling those things that are not as though they were. Continue to see this friend as someone who adores and celebrates you, even when their current behavior suggests otherwise. Feel grateful for their support, even when it appears absent. You are not lying to yourself. You are living from the end, from the assumption that your transformation is already complete in consciousness. Sometimes the bridge of incidence works through healing, transforming the existing relationship until genuine love replaces hidden resentment. Sometimes it works through gentle dissolution, allowing toxic connections to fade naturally while new people enter your experience who already match your elevated self-concept. Something profound has shifted within you, something that cannot be undone or forgotten. You are no longer someone who attracts secret resentment or hidden competition. You are no longer someone who must choose between success and love. A fundamental transformation has occurred in the very core of your being. You now embody the assumption that you are deeply worthy of genuine celebration, authentic support, and unconditional love. This is not positive thinking. This is identity. Watch how this inner metamorphosis ripples outward into your world. The friend who once seemed to resent your success now calls to share in your excitement. Their congratulations arrive before you even announce your good news, as if they are tuned to the frequency of your joy. Or perhaps this person is simply faded from your experience. Their role is teacher complete, making space for new relationships that match your transformed sense of self-worth. New people appear seemingly by coincidence, but you recognize the deeper pattern. These souls radiate the same frequency of authentic celebration that you now carry within yourself. You are no longer broadcasting the signal of unworthiness that attracted hidden resentment. You are now transmitting the frequency of divine self-love, and the world is responding with matching vibrations. The 8 signs that once tormented you have transformed into their opposites. Where there was once sabotage, now there is support. Where there was once competition, now there is collaboration. Where there was once hollow praise, now there is genuine enthusiasm. But nothing changed except your assumption about your own worth, and that change transformed everything. You have discovered the great paradox that Neville taught. The moment you stop needing others' approval, you receive it abundantly. When you assume your own worth independent of external validation, others begin to see and reflect that worth back to you naturally. You are no longer dependent on their love because you have learned to love yourself completely. As you rest in this new understanding, something even more magnificent reveals itself. This friend who seemed to hate you, who triggered such pain and confusion, was never your enemy at all. They were consciousness itself, dressed in human form, performing the most sacred service imaginable. They were showing you, with perfect precision, exactly where you needed to love yourself more deeply, where you needed to remember your divine nature. Every person who has ever seemed to secretly resent your success has been God in disguise, playing their part in your awakening with flawless dedication. They have worn the mask of opposition only to teach you that there is no opposition except in your own mind. They have appeared to withhold love, only to guide you back to the infinite love that you are. This is Neville's ultimate revelation. There are no others. There is only one consciousness, one infinite being, playing every role in the grand drama of existence. The friend who appeared to hate you was actually you, experiencing your own self-rejection projected onto the screen of reality. When you learn to love and celebrate yourself completely, they began to love and celebrate you because they could not do otherwise. You are the operant power in your own experience. Every relationship, every interaction, every moment of feeling loved or unloved is consciousness experiencing itself through the lens of your assumptions about your divine worth. When you change what you assume about yourself, when you dare to embody the truth of your infinite value, the entire world shifts to accommodate this new self-concept. You are not separate from the creative power of the universe. You are that power, individualized, expressing itself as your unique point of awareness. The I am that you are is the same I am that spoke through Moses, that dreams through every sleeping mind, that loves through every loving heart. When you assume your divine worth, you align with the truth of what you have always been, infinite consciousness, temporarily forgetting its magnitude for the joy of remembering itself again. Go forward now with this knowing. You are beloved by existence itself, and every person you meet is existence in disguise, waiting to love you exactly as much as you love yourself. The friend who once seemed to hate you was your greatest teacher, and now their lesson is complete. You have remembered who you are, and the whole world is celebrating your homecoming to love.